Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you have a great day. So today we are talking about the statistical uh, functions. So let's go and check the statistical function that we are taking today. So the first one is the max or the largest number. So while we are doing some sort of data analyze or statistic analyze for the data, so we have some standard that we are using for this purpose. So the first one, when we are talking about the largest number or the max, it's super easy. We just do what? In the very beginning, we need the equal, then max, which is the abbreviation of maximum number or the maximum, then open the bracket where I'm looking for the max number. I could just check the days. So it's starting from C2 to C20. I think this one is 20 something. Let's just do it this way. Yeah. So closing the 29. Yeah. So we see now we have 32, which is the max number within the day is 32. So this way we can take the largest number. So for the smallest number is exactly the same way, but it will give me the smallest number, which is the opposite of the first one. We will say equal, minimum, then MIN, which is stands for minimum, and then again C2 to C29, and then enter. So it tells me that the smallest number is 1 and the largest number is 30. Well, we said that we are doing statistical analyze. So when we are doing statistical analyze, I want us to know, so what is the first largest number and what is the second largest number and what is the third largest number, and also for the smallest number I want the third, the what we are doing, let's say I want the second largest number. What I will do, I will say equal large, then open the bracket, large, yes, open the bracket. Then we have the array or the range of data that I want to look for the largest number. So what I have C2, eight. Now, the third smallest number is going to be 4 because why? It's just checking the second one is 3 and the third one is going to be 4. So this way we can take the number that is going to be the third small. I asked you what is the formula to find the first cucumber, third lettuce, which is we are making a salad now, and the fourth one is the range, comma 1. So for sure you have to pick the cucumber, right? Or what we are keep picking here. Are you sleeping or you are no one is here? Hello? Yeah, Shema, thank you. So what we have to pick here We cannot pick cucumber, we cannot pick lettuce, we cannot, hello, we cannot pick tomato. So what we have to pick? Which one? You didn't got the question? Okay, fine. So this is gonna be one of the question of Sunday. Let's move to the median. The median, how we are dealing with the median. The median is mean that the number which is gonna be in between. It's not the middle number. If we said, okay, we have 1, 2, 3. So you said, yeah, 2 is gonna be in the middle. But if we have, let's say 1, 1, 3. So what's gonna be the middle number here? 1, 1, 3, 2, 4. So you cannot say in this case that straight 3 is going to be in the between. Maybe it's not 3, maybe it's 4, maybe it's 2. So it depends on the range of data. If we started from 0 to a number, let's say 100, so in this between, which number is except taking 50, because 50, this is going to be the middle one. But here in median, we are looking for the number which is going to be in between according to some standard. How to use open a bracket and giving the range. Let's say the median of the days is starting from C2 to C29 and enter. Here it gives me 8. While I see there is 32, there is 40, there is 21, there is 7, there is 1. So it just look at the numbers and it take the number which is gonna be in between of all the numbers that it is exist in my cells or within the range that I gave. So which number gonna be in between without exception? For example, if you want to take the middle, while we are saying 1, 2, 3, we have to say, okay, we are just taking 2 because 2 is in the middle. Yeah, it's right. But if we have 1, 8, and then 5, so which one is going to be in the middle? For sure, 5 is going to be in the middle. Why? Because 5 is not in a range that is so close to 8 and so close to 1. So it's in the middle. So that's why the median is some number that is going to be in the middle of all the numbers that we have. And as that's an example, for example, for our midterm, we are not saying, okay, the pass is going to be on, let's say, on 10, while your exam is going to be on, or let's say it's going to be on 7.5, while your exam is on 15. No, we are just looking at the number and taking the mid number. So when we saw the mid number, sometimes the mid number is 9, because majority of the student, they got marks between, let's say, 5 to 15, and then the mid number is going to pass is going to be from 9 and above. And sometimes we are seeing that is between 1 to 10. So it will take the number which is in this between and so be careful while we are saying the median. Median is not the middle number. No, it's something according to some standard. It's just looking at the numbers, which number is going to be in this between according to the data that we have. Great. Here, you can say it is the middle number of your range. True, exactly. It's the middle number of the range. Thank you, Ma'am Sabnar. So it's going to be the middle number of the range that we have. So if it starts from 0 to, let's say, 15, so you will take the number which is like be in this between. But let's say that the degree that you got it is starting from 5 to 15. So the middle is going to be in this between. So according to the range, the mid is going to be changed. Well, let's move to the mode. The mode is the most frequent number that being repeated within your data. The mode, for example, when we are saying mode, it mean like abbreviation of model. So just imagine like nowadays the beard for guys is become a model. So if you saw whoever so out of the young, or let's say a range of age, if you are just looking at their face, they have beard. So this means that this start to be a model. So here also in our data, the data which is being more repeated, so we can as a model for this range of data. How we are taking the model or the mode here, we are saying equal MODE. So we have two types, the first one, the single, and the second one for multi. Now we are just taking the single because we want to have a data according to our data. So we say C2 to 29. We want to choose the middle number, which is gonna be, or the model number, which is 14. So now if you are looking at the data, we see that 14 is the most popular and most repeated in our data. Now, moving to what? Moving to standard deviation. The standard deviation is not um, the average. No. Due to our data, it takes the of the division of the data, standard of the division of the data, not the average of the data. So there is a difference between standard deviation and the average. So don't look at that as standard deviation is same as average, because sometime, according to the data, sometime it happens that standard deviation is equal to the average. Careful about this too. So there is a big difference. The standard deviation is a division of the data that been taken according to the standard that by statistical measurement. So let's do the standard deviation and see how it shows us the data. We will see for standard deviation, and we have two type here. The rest we are not dealing with because some of them is not our business for right now. But if you want to know more, you could just research on it. But for us, we are just taking the population because we have a population of data. So when we are taking the population, ask what is the range of data that you want. I want the range of data from C2 to C29. I see that the standard 4812247. So the standard deviation is it depend on the data that we give to uh, um, the formula to, or the range of data that we give to the formula to apply the standard deviation on. Now we are moving to what? We are moving to correlation, or to see what is the relation between two data. We have two data and we want to see the relation between them. Normally, if the data is, let's say, homogeneous and close to each other, you see the standard deviation is really so smooth and so fluent. but sometimes you see that there's a negative value, and sometimes there's really huge value. So those data and the standard deviation, it depends on the survey, and we send two team to same place, for example, to same district or to same, let's say, quarter of the city, and we want to check them that if their data is right and there is no problem in it. So we are just coming and combining these two data and checking for the correlation. If the correlation is going on a balance and is smooth, so we see that the data is really fine and both of them, they were doing it properly, or they cheated us and they just went to some place and they fill it together, or they did the job properly. But sometimes you see that the different. So from this point, you will just straight away check the both of them, the data of both of them, and you will see that there's something wrong here, because these two, they went to the same place, same area, but one of them, their data is too low, and one of them, their data is too high. So it's not being acceptable. And sometimes you are just checking one single data to just see the correlation of this single data, and you see that it's totally different than the other. So you could just see this one as an error of your research. So for sure, each survey and each research, there is some sort of error that can be found within the correlation. So how to use the correlation? We said that we have two range of data or two bunch of data. First we are saying correl, which is the abbreviation of correlation, and then we choose two range of data, which is the first one is going to be C2 to C29, and we take range is quite fine here. Information and the data that it says, but sometimes we see that the difference is too big. For example, in the morning, we had the student from the morning, and their data that we were applying this on, we saw that there was negative value. So it's not a big deal. So we just saw that there's one of the data is totally different, and the difference is like so big. That's why there was a like this kind or this sort of outcome. So here is fine because the data is kind of homogeneous, and we could see that the range is not so different, and there's no a big variety between them. Now we are moving to what? We are moving to round. Round is mean like if I want to check the decimal number, just keep in mind, I didn't say the whole number, I said decimal number. So we can apply round only on decimal number, but the rest of the function, we could just apply it on decimal number or whole number and without any problem. But we have to have numbers for applying those kind of functions. So it's a statistical. So let's see the first one. We say the standard one, we say, yeah, equal round. We gave the number, this one, which is this is the decimal number, and the rounding, I want to do it for the first digit, which is here is 3. So if the number which is coming after 3, if the number which is coming after 3 is bigger than 4, it's gonna become a number and going to the one which is before it. So if we said we have 0.35, so 5 is bigger than 4, so it's become 0.4. But if we have 3.32, so because 2 is less than 4, is going to be just ignored and thrown to the bin, and we see that it is 0.3 only. So let's apply it. As I said, because 2 is less than 4, so it's been ignored. And the rest from 4, 5, let's say, because 4 also is less than. So we see that it decreased the number according to the data that we have. But if I want, no matter what, just want to raise the number and make it a whole number and put it into the one in front of it. So in this case, what we are using equal round up. Mean by up, like raise the number. So we are saying we have this digit. I want to round it for the first digit and then enter. So here in the standard, it ignored because it was less than 4 or less than 5. Here, without any exception, it just raising all the number, and then we see the output of them no matter what. Even if we have 0, for example, let's say we have 0, 1, okay? I see it's just like make it 4. However, we have 0. So from where they got this number, I don't know. They just did it. So we have to be careful about this. Other way around, we have some other function, which is no matter what, it will just remove the number which is coming after the first digit, because we just want to ignore it. So we have round down. We'll give the number, and then for first digit, enter. It just remove. We see even we have 3.9, 3.9, it just like show us there's 3. So this way it's just ignoring and ignoring and ignoring without looking at the data. It's just ignoring the data, even if it's like the largest number, as we saw now with the 39. It just ignored it and just wrote 3. And also for 49 is just 4. So it's not a big deal. So it just look at it this way, that no matter what, I just saw it as ignored number. So this way, we know that there is a big difference between this and this, and also this and that. So in this case, in like, let's say in the exam, how the question is going to be, I will ask you, what is the main difference between round and round down? Or what is the main difference between round and round up? So you have just to know that if it's just 4. However, we have 99.9999. So in this case, 99, that there is a this data and how to use the functions. ڕاستی ئمڕۆ بەتەما بووین درۆپ ئاوتەکەین بەڵام لە بەر بەشداریکردنی ڕۆژانەت و لەبەر خاتری ئەوەی کە لە تێستەکەشا بەشداریت کردبوو و مامۆستا بناریش وتی خوێندکارێکی چالاک و زیرەکە بۆیە درۆپ ئاوت نەکرایت بەڵام ئەمە کۆتا جارێ بێ کەوا ئیگنۆری هۆمۆرکیت چونکە هۆمۆرک بۆ خۆشی نییە بۆ ئەوە نییە کە ئێوە هەروە بۆ ئەو کەسی تااقەتی هەبوو هۆمۆرکەکە بکە و کەسی تااقەتی نەبووی ئیهمالیکە ئەم هۆمۆرکە بۆ هەر هەمووتانە بۆ یەتکار لە یەکەم کاک بڕیار ئەم جارە لەبەر خاتری زیرەکی خۆت و لەبەر خاتری بەشداریکردنی ڕۆژانەت درۆپ ئاوتمان نەکردی بەڵام چوار کەسی بەیانیانمان درۆپ ئاوت کرد لەبەر ئەوەی کە بەشداری هۆمۆرکەکەی نەکردبوو بۆ یەتکات لێ ئەەکەم ئەخیر جارت بێ هیوادارم کەەوە دووبارە نەکەیتەوە تۆ تەلەبێکی باشیت بە پێی قسەکانی مامۆستا بنار و چونکە من زۆر لەگەڵتانە کۆنتاکتی مباشرم نیە مامۆستا بنار زیاتر هەیەی تۆ تەلەبێکی باشی بۆیە گوناحە لە دەستێ بین بەڵام منیش ستانداردێکی خۆمان هەیە ناتوانم لەو ستانداردە لابم ئەم جاریان وەکو با بڵێن توانا و بەشداریکردنی ڕۆژانی خۆت بوو بە فریاد ڕستت بەڵام جارێکی تر هیچ شتێک ناوێ بە فریاد ڕستێ هۆمۆرک هۆمۆرکە کە پێتە ڕێتر هۆمۆرک واتە ئیشی ماڵەوە تو ئەبێ بیکەی ئەوە نییە بڵێ لە هۆمۆرکە من اختیاریە بیکەمیان نیکەم هیچ کێشەیەکی نییە مهم ئیمتیحانەکەی نەخێر ئەوی ژۆکو ئیمتیحانێک وایە بەڵام ئیمتیحانێکی کراوە عین ئێوە دەستکراوەترن بۆ یەتکات لە یەکەم ئەم جاریان با ئەوە دووبارە نەبێتەوە چونکە تر من جایکترم قسانە بە جەنابە ناڵێم دڵنیام کە تۆ خۆت کەسێکی جدیت و ئەم مەسجە و بە تەواتی پێگەیشتووە و دووباری ناکەیتەوە زۆر سپاس بۆ تۆ. Thank you everyone. So please be careful that Sunday at night 9 p.m. we have our test. بە کوردیش ئاگادار بن ڕۆژی یەکشەممە سەعات 9 شەو ئێمە تێستەکەمان هەیە ئاگادار بن کەس پێم نەڵێ پێم نەوتراوە ئەو ڕۆژی پێنجشەممەیە من پێم وتن سەعات 3:03 کەس نەڵێ من پێم نەوتراوە 5 دقیقە پێش امتحانەکە پێم زانیوە ئەم جاریان هیچ ئیکسکیوزێ نییە. رجاء كونوا حذرين انه يوم الاحد الساعه 9 بالليل عندكم امتحان وهذا هو يوم خميس ساعه 3:03 انا اقول لكم هيك وما عندكم اي مبرر او اي شيء تقولون اني ما عرفت الامتحان وكان يعني بس 5 دقائق قبل الامتحان عرفت. لا، هذا يوم الخميس انا اقول لك او انطيك المعلومه انه يوم احد ساعه 9 بالليل عندك امتحان، عندك تيست، وكون حاضر وحضر نفسك هاليومين، يوم الجمعة ويوم السبت حضر نفسك لأنه أكو أسئلة يمكن أكو أشياء يعني رايد لتحضيرات لأنه الوقت هم راح أضيف على الوقت شوية وهذا شيء عادي وإن شاء الله كلكم تكونون ناجحين إن شاء الله. هموتان سكوتوا بنمجاريان و هیچ ترستان نەبێ کاتەکەمان تۆزە زیاتر کردووە سوالەکانتان زۆر ئاسانە هەر ئەو بابەتانی کە ڕۆژانە باسمان کردووە احتیمالی هەیە هەندێک لەو سوالانی مامۆستا بنار کە بە هۆمۆرک یاخود لە کاتی پرسیار لێکردنتانە لە ڕۆژانەیە یەکێ لەو پرسیارانەی کە مامۆستا بنار لێ کردوون من بۆتانەکەم بە پرسیار. So yeah, it's normal. So we do it the best way that we could do, and also I'm sure that you are able to do it, and I think we have one new student which is also today is not here, Sivan. Well, I can't see her, so maybe she's not here today as well. So we will write her an email that she has an exam on Sunday. Thank you everyone, and I will leave you with Mama Stabnar, and she will ask you questions and you will practice with her. Wish you best of luck and wish you a wonderful weekend ahead. Bye-bye.